Okay, we're going to go over how to do the time log for capstone. This is something you've heard about from your peers, I'm sure, the number of hours that capstone takes, because it takes quite a few for you to complete everything to do this immense project. So you go to your classes, you go to capstone, you remember the stream is just for announcements and things for everybody. So your assignments are under classwork. And right at the very top, so if you look like all the way through, at the very, very top is the time log. It's marked with a little icon that tells you time, and then you click on the time log. So when you click on the time log itself, it's going to bring you to an Excel spreadsheet that might seem overwhelming at first when you look at it. But I want to make sure that I go through with it so you don't feel overwhelmed. So let's say that you're working on this, the first week of school. So 927, and you're working on it in class. And so you use the drop down menu in class or out of class. So you click in class. Then which unit? What were you working on? Well, you were probably working on the pre-work because that's what you do at the start of the semester. And let's say you have it first block. So you start 8 o'clock and you worked until 9:15. Now, if you notice, this tells you worked for an hour and 15 minutes. And over here, of all hours, it's in red and it tells you how many hours you've done. And then you might say, worked with peers on pre work in class. So then it shows what you did. Well, then when you get home that night, you're really excited and you want to keep working on it. So out of class, at home, you start working on your proposal. You have a conversation with your parents about what you want to do, and you're like, I'm so excited. I'm going to start working on my proposal, and you work on it from 7:15 to 9:30. So you spend a while working on it. So you spend 2 hours and 15 minutes, and look at that over here. Your total hours says 3:30. And so you want to make sure what you did, you talked with parents and wrote proposal. And so you'll do this each time you work on capstone, every time you work on capstone, in class or out of class. If you work on what unit you're working on, maybe you attended a capstone, you're working on your project, you're working on your thesis, whatever it is you're working on. And then just to ensure that I really know what you're doing with your time, you're going to put a little description of the work that you completed, a couple of words, a phrase that tells you what you've done. And at the end, it'll continue to total your hours here. And so you don't need to put anything in this column, just leave it blank. Sorry for the hiccup. Just leave it blank, and you'll be able to just access that time log anytime, and you can add that time there. So hopefully this helps you know how to do it without a lot of confusion.